Okay, I think on his next arrest, Youngboy is definitely going back to jail. He is showing that he doesn't learn, and the lyrics in his latest song, Bring 'Em Out, shows that this kid has got no remorse. While music is an art form and you're allowed to sing whatever, I think a judge can actually catch feelings on this, because the judge who has been letting Youngboy go of late is probably watching these songs, watching these videos, and listening to the lyrics and probably thinking, hey, this guy is not really changing. I mean, in his latest song, Bring Him Out, he actually says, I say a word, get you knocked off. I take the charge, it's my fault. You see, I say a word, get you knocked off. I take the charge, it's my fault. It's like taking a charge for him is like a walk in the park. I mean, it's music, but this definitely says something about him and how he's thinking about things, and this might play on the judge's mind the next time this kid is actually arrested. He goes on and says, I send them youngers to spin where you be at, to knock you off in your bro, dog. And I get the addy or drop where you be at. We gonna blow it and tear the whole house down. And I'm on the block where your body could be at. It won't take you that long to get shot down. Threatening people's parents and whatnot definitely will play on the judge's mind. It shows that this guy has not progressed, is not showing any remorse, and is not developing as a person. So next time this kid gets arrested and sent to jail, remember that the critique told you first. What I've also noticed is that Youngboy seems to be exaggerating a bit, because the spotlight is forcing him to maintain his bad image, and he also needs to stay hardcore so that he can keep pumping out the beats and staying on top of things. Yes, you can argue that he might be doing hardcore things on the low that the cops don't actually catch wind of, but it seems like when he does get caught by the cops, he's doing something way less than he actually claims in his song. On his latest track, Bring 'Em Out, he actually says, real gangster, ride round in the Lex, hand out money, so broke, get a pack. He's basically insinuating that when he's in the hood, he's giving out money to his folks, which is a good thing. But when he actually comes across dudes who need work, he actually hands them a pack. We know that Youngboy is mostly about the weed, so I'm thinking he actually hands them a pack of weed. But every time he's had a brush with the law, he hasn't actually been caught with a drug dealer type of quantities. I mean, check this out. He's on house arrest actually for violating his probation when he was charged with actually two misdemeanors, which is possession of less than an ounce of marijuana and disorderly conduct, stemming from a case back in February in Atlanta when him and Star Thigpen were actually caught in a hotel with some weed. What happened is the housekeeping came to the hotel assuming that the room was empty, but Youngboy was still in the room, and he ordered Star Thigpen to actually get the house help out. She responded by striking the house help. They got into a fight. The cops came through and arrested him. That's actually when he had issues for violating his probation. But the most important thing here is he was caught with less than an ounce, which is less than 28 grams. Now, what you consider a drug dealer to actually be pushing or holding at any point in time is at least, I don't know, a kilo or whatever. Let me know in the comments below how much weed is in a pack. I'm not, a weed expert myself or a dealer, so I wouldn't know how much there is in a pack. But when you say you give people packs in your song, and then when you're coach, you've got less than 28 grams, and you've been arrested quite a number of times, 3-4 times, you've never actually been found with weight that's in line with the dealing that you talk about in your songs, it seems like you're exaggerating, Youngboy. I mean, let me know what you think about that. Also, when he sings, he wants to make it sound as if he's still active. Like, if you look at his lyrics, he says, hand out money, so broke, get a pack. Real gangster, ride around in the Lex. I think, considering where he is with his probation, he actually wouldn't be doing things at this level. Otherwise, he's just playing stupid. And the fact that he's on house arrest means, where does he actually get the chance to be doing these things? I'm sure he's monitored like 24/7. So while fans like the lyrics and while he flows nice with the melodies, making it all emotional, he's going through a lot of trouble to actually create a situation that he is not in right now. This guy is a sitting duck in his house, yet in his lyrics, he's exaggerating because the spotlight is on him and he really needs to keep things popping. More evidence of Youngboy NBA rapping about things he doesn't do is in this lyric that he dropped again on Bring 'Em Out. He says, if I see a little, I run down on her. I don't bust it from out of the car. He's implying that busting it from inside a car is a coward-like move, and since he's hardcore like that, he's gonna jump out and actually attack his op right on the pavement running. Now, this has the effect of actually making his fans see him as a hardcore dude, and this will probably do well for his streaming and his YouTube views and whatnot. But there is evidence, documented evidence, that this is not what he actually always does. He does actually shoot from a car, and Young Ralph in an interview actually said that 80% of rap music in Atlanta is fake, and I'm beginning to actually believe it, because Youngboy here is showing a trend where he actually says things that he does not do. Check out this extract. According to sources, NBA Youngboy's first documented arrest happened on November 28, 2016. According to authorities, NBA Youngboy was arrested by U.S. Marshals in Austin, Texas, for 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder from a past incident that occurred on November 2, 2016 in Louisiana. Sources claim that Youngboy and another man allegedly got out of a car and opened fire on a group of people on the 2000 block of Kentucky Street in South Baton Rouge. So here, getting out of a car and actually attacking your ops is in line with the image that he's trying to portray in the song Bring 'Em Out. But the problem is, when he actually was in custody, he said something different, something that actually suggested that he does bust it out from inside the car, which is something he doesn't want people to, associate him with. Check out this extract. After 7 months in jail, NBA had a court hearing where he confessed that he fired a gun multiple times in a drive-by shooting that happened on the 2000 block of Kentucky Street, Baton Rouge, on November 2, 2016. After the confession, the prosecutor offered a plea deal to him for a lesser charge in exchange for a guilty plea. The boy took the guilty plea and got a deal that saw him get out of jail for $50,000. Now, during the confession, you actually see that this kid does actually bust it out from inside a car, which doesn't make him a coward. I think he's still a bad boy for actually shooting at people, but in his songs he wants to make it seem as if he's more hardcore than he is. And if it's as hardcore as he says he is, how about he actually not take the plea deal, not plead guilty and actually go to jail? Okay, fine, that would be stupid, but I mean, it's just a thought. And he goes out actually from that case. When he gets the $50,000 deal, he goes out and drops one of his hottest tracks to date, Untouchable, and starts making it sound like he's somebody who's a god somewhere that nobody can touch. Dude, you're out on a plea deal, you're out on mercy. Don't start singing songs like Untouchable. It's actually you trying to sound like what you're not. So, I mean, tell me what you think about this guy. Do you think he's actually a legit gangster, or he was a junior gangster, a little bit here and there, a slime and whatnot, and he's not just using the spotlight to make it seem as if he's bigger than he actually is? So that's basically it from the lyrics side of things. I think he's exaggerating things, and if he's not careful, it's going to get him into a bit of trouble. I'm not going to talk about the video. There's really nothing much to talk about. It looks like it was shot in the house since he's in house arrest, and it was probably done by some amateurs. So let me know what you think about NBA Youngboy. Judging from his songs, do you think he is as hardcore as he claims to be, or he's just taking advantage of the spotlight and twisting things here and there? I think he's twisting things here and there. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and share the video with your friends. It's The Critique, and I'll see you real soon with another reaction. Cheers.